So welcome back. Today we're gonna talk about the season 4 changes, and now I can showcase them because the patch is out and I have the patch as well, not only the main man. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now. I just want to jump right into it because I'm kind of happy what they did to Yoshimitsu. First and foremost, of course, the new move is Kicho forward 1, which most people do know. It's 23 to 24 frames, so it's kind of slow, but not seeable only by a few people, I think. On counter hit, it gives the same knockdown as back turn down 1, which means you can get a dash up crouch dash 1 for good Oki, and it's minus 13 on block, which means that only Yoshimitsu, Josie, Eddie can launch this, and maybe versus Dragunov you shouldn't spam it. What I wanted to showcase, although, is the tracking. It's almost homing, which is pretty good, but it has one big weakness that I want to showcase, and I already know this because I already recorded this video and got mad. As you can see, I did sidestep left into block here, and I will do this again. Sidestep left into block low, sidestep left into block low, and sidestep left into block low. The only thing that hits me if I slow is the new Kicho 111. So the move is not new, but it's now a natural combo on hit. It does 34 damage and it's plus 7, which is kind of nice. But my issue with it is that it has no tracking whatsoever. The second hits have, but I don't know if I will use that over Kicho 1+2. But the problem is everything is steppable. The only thing that is good that is the second hit will trip them if they try to do a small sidestep. And Yoshimitsu doesn't have a good sidestep. So characters with a good sidestep will evade that easily. The next thing I want to talk about, which I'm really happy about. Oh wait, I forgot something. You have Kicho Flash now with an input of I-10 to I-13, which I don't get at all. For me, I mean, you can dash in their face, well, but that's not going to matter that much, I think. If you Kicho dash to realign, maybe this could work if they try to sidestep or sidewalk, but this is so offensive now, and all the things do stuff on counter it that nobody is going to press buttons. So it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. The next change I'm really happy about is the change to down to 2, which is a counter hit, but it was before. And of course it has so much range that I cannot showcase. Oh my god. This change right here, down to 2, down 1, which was not a good move, but you could use it because good players would duck at the wall for down to just 1, like this. But now this move is actually super good, in my opinion. It's only minus 10, and I will try to showcase why I think it is so good. Because this one here tracks to one side, the high extension. So if this tracks the other side, which I hope it will, but I'm not sure how to show it. Let's see if I can step this. See, this tracks to one side, but not to this side. And let me hope that this tracks to the other side, then it will be dope. Okay, okay, that was more a range issue. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really. But it doesn't matter, it's still a good mix-up tool now. It's only minus 10 and the launch will grant you a lot of damage. And you can go into the no sword stance afterwards, and even on block people will respect you now. And the string overall gets buffed and buffed again. The next change that I want to talk about is down back 1, which on counter it now is plus 7, and you know what that means. That means you can flash afterwards in the open for pretty decent damage. Is that a sick change? It looks sick, but to me, honestly, the problem is that the move is so slow in the open that you would rather use something else. Like 20 frames is not that good, but what is good, in my opinion, is that you can now easily counter hit confirm this. You could do that already before, but it was kind of funky online. But now at the wall, it's very easy to do. So if you land like a 2-2 on block into sidestep, down back 1-1, you can really delay it a long time and know that it will connect, which is pretty good. And the flash thing at the wall is kind of whatever, I think. I don't know if people will use this because the whole string does more damage, but we will see about that. The next thing is the damage change on back 1 string. It got changed from 5, 8, 8, 5, 5 to 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 and 16. So they really buffed it. But what is only important is the first one got changed to 8. So it means that in the scaling it will do a little bit more damage, and if you go for the old Season 1 wall carry combo, it will now have a little bit more damage. I think it will be around 60, which is not that bad actually. But counter hit is on, so I think it will be 55 or something, which is half decent. I don't use this move too much, but we will see about that. The next change is, I think, the biggest change. It's the change that back 3 and back 4 will now recover 2 frames quicker, and the no sword stance even 3 frames quicker, which is sick. This is sick. What I think is that this change will lead to Yoshimitsu being able to evade a lot of strings and being able to punish them that other characters can't evade. And you have to keep in mind he already has the flash, which can counter hit people out of strings that no other character can interrupt. And if you now have 3 frames more of 3 frames faster recovery, that means more whiff punishes, more strings that you can punish actually if you evaded them. And I think this has to be explored a lot before you can see the true potential behind it. And people will start abusing homing moves, which are most likely being slow. So that means flash will become more viable because people are gonna afraid of you spinning all day long. I think this is actually the best change for the character. The next one is one of my favorites. We have a new scrub killer, boys. We have Upford 1, which they buff and buff again. And now I think they actually did the right thing with it. So it's a countered orbital, and now it's -4 to -3 on block. Which means if I flash and you jab, let me quickly demonstrate this, that we will trade, and I think with the distance between the characters, it should be like that I actually win with my flash, right? I hope so. Oh no! Okay, let me do a mid. I did a 12 frame mid, and I got hit. With jabs, it depends on the range, but I think at the wall this will lead to people getting counter hitted a lot. Because at the wall, of course, there's no pushback. The pushback actually made the move so that I did duck flash, but now you can just straight up flash. And as you saw, I did hit I-12 mid. I tried to do down 4-4. I think this will change not that much in high level, but in low level, if you're like in orange or red ranks, I think this now is actually a very good tool. It has good range for an orbital. It's pretty like, it has a speed as Brine. It's not that fast, but it's not reactable in my opinion, maybe offline. But yeah, I think at the wall this will be very scary and very annoying for the opponent actually. And because if you hit it on normal hits, it's +5, so that's not half bad. So you can start spamming this move actually at the wall, I think. The next thing is the second best thing that happened to Yoshimitsu. It's that crouch dash 2 is now +6 instead of +5, which is not that big of a deal. Maybe stepping will be a little bit more difficult afterwards. It's only -13, so that means that opponents cannot launch you anymore for doing it. But what is important in combos, you are now able to recover 1 frame earlier. I was afraid that that meant that something with his tech trap would maybe change if you use it. For instance, if you use this combo, let's see if I can do it. I was afraid that maybe this would change, but it seems like it didn't. It seems more likely that you're now able to dash up and do this combo very consistently, which is very good. And it seems like that now combos like, come on bro, what you're doing, combos like this, if you do tsunami kicks here and you do this, you will be able to do your ender more efficient, which is good. And I have to test this today whole day, and we'll give you the results at the evening, I think. The next change we're gonna talk about is Rising 2, which got a strange bug fix that I never occurred on me, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Next thing is that his putting a sword away now has 3 frames less of recovery, which is good. I think I got counter hitted for doing this a lot. I'm doing this full screen, people dash in and then I'm pressured. That's a nice quality of life change. And now we have no sword flash, which is now -15, so people that predict it don't have a frame of leniency to punish it anymore. They have to be on point, which is good, but not that big of a deal in my opinion. And then they fixed something which was crazy. So now most people know that when you did down 4 and back 1+2, wait, I have to do get rid of my rage. You could do a sword sweep, and you can still do that. But sometimes if you did your rage drive, this came out for some reason, and nobody knew why. And a lot of people complained about this for a long time, and no one knew what it was, and everyone told us that, yo, you're having a misinput, that's it, blah blah blah. But now they're actually fixing it, so you don't have this problem anymore that you get a down back input when you try to hit this rage drive, which is kind of good. So, and now overall this were the changes. Today I'm gonna showcase a lot more stuff. I'm gonna exploit some combos and stuff, but that's about later. Overall, I think Yoshimitsu is not broken. He didn't get the same treat as Devil Jin or other characters, but for a gimmicky character, I think the changes are very good. The tracking on this move is very good, and I think I will use it a lot against characters that cannot launch it. And I think of all the spins are gonna be crazy. We have to check out how good this will be. We cannot know by now, but I'm very happy about the changes. I think they did a lot of things right. The only thing that I would hope for is I-13 while standing Punisher, but we have to live what they give what they give us, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Tell me what you think about the changes, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.